Have you ever heard of destiny swapping? It's a very interesting concept. It stems from a person being jealous or envious of another person and then utilizing spirituality to swap destinies with the person that they're jealous of. So basically, it's like someone wanting to live in your skin or have your life. And I was really thinking about that for some reason today. I've been the victim of a lot of black magic. It doesn't touch me anymore, but I was just thinking, like, I feel bad for anybody who tried to swap destinies with me, because think about it. If you want to be someone, you have to go through and endure what they've endured. And I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through. So I just really felt the need to come on here and say, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you that you don't even have to deal with half as much as I have. But stop fucking around. You're going to find.
Hey Halloween babes, it's your girl Bella Dyor, and we are back with another video for today during our Halloween special. It's still day 2, and today we're going to be talking about something straight out of a horror movie, destiny swapping. But trust me, this is no ghost story or urban legend. It's the real life. It's time to talk about the dark truth behind it. Let's get started.
Hot take. Everybody want to talk about destiny swapping. I don't think that you can destiny swap with anybody, because what's written in the stars is already for you. I do believe that people could emulate you to a T, copy you, copy your style. But if it's in you, nobody can take it from you.
I definitely agree with everything that she just said. Let's get right into exactly what is destiny swapping. Destiny swapping is known as destiny hijacking. It is a concept that someone can energetically or just spiritually swap life paths with you. It sounds like something straight out of a spooky Halloween tale. Many spiritual communities believe that it's possible to lose your designed path through unhealthy relationships, toxic environments, and also even jealousy from others. This isn't about coincidence. It's about people intentionally or even unintentionally diverting your life path. And that I do believe. So you might have heard misery loves company. And sometimes people who aren't in the best path themselves will bring you down to their level. Energy plays a huge part here. By allowing toxic people into your life, you may be opening up to doors of a destiny swap. And I could definitely understand that, because when you're on your path, you're on your way, and you put people in your place that are toxic, they drain you, and now you're out of school. Now you decided to quit school, and now you become a single parent, or now you homeless because the guy said he was going to go 50-50 on that rent of your new apartment that you just moved into, and now y'all both out here looking stupid. All because someone saw the light in you, the potential that you currently have, and they are derailing you because they see where you're going and they want to add toxicity into your life, and that will distract you from where you are supposed to go, and it led you to a totally different path.
Now, I know destiny swapping may seem like a really woo-woo concept, but I'm really good at explaining spiritual concepts in a way that is logical, grounded, rooted in reality. And things that you may not know are really spiritual and deeper than you think, I'm good at explaining that too. And I promise you've seen it, because like I said, it can be really subtle. It can seem like it's really small, but you never know how big of an impact those small little decisions make. And this can be something as simple as you saying, I want to cut my hair a certain way, and somebody else tells you, oh, that's not going to look good on you, and then they do it. And this may not seem like a big deal, and it may not be. But your trust in the wrong hands can deeply affect the trajectory of your life, the direction that your life goes. It could be as small as, oh, I trust this person's, how do I say this? You know what, I'm just going to tell y'all a story. So this was early on in my journey of doing cards, reading energy. I've been doing that for about almost 10 years now. Little disclaimer, if you didn't get any evil vibes radiating off of me and you made it this far into my video, don't start that now. Continue to practice your God-given discernment and not your programming. My spiritual practices are my business as yours are yours. So keep it cute, back to the story. So this girl that I knew, her church would give scholarships to a guy and to a girl. They would do this every year. Now she wanted to, they had to write an essay. So she wanted to write an essay. Her friend wanted to go for it. And she's telling her, like, you'll be embarrassed if you even submit it because they'll never pick you. The girl had a baby in high school. And she was like a year behind. So her friend's like, that's going to be embarrassing. They're never going to pick you. Like, it's not going to reflect positively on the church if they do. Like, that's shame. Shame, shame. She's telling me, she's like, I know what she's saying is true, but it's not sitting right in my spirit. So she asked me to do a reading. We do a reading. And I'm telling her, I'm like, I'm looking at this, and even if you don't get this, it's still reflecting positively for you, but you have to write and submit your essay. This does not make sense. This does not make sense. However, I'm confirming what she already feels in her spirit, what's already being communicated with her. That's all that it is. So she writes it, she submits it, but she doesn't get the scholarship. However, that whole committee, they were so moved. They were moved to tears by her essay. They were so moved that they did like a what do you call it? Like they pulled their money together, like a fundraiser. They had a fundraiser for her and ended up handing her a check. And the check was more than the scholarship was. Well, I'm seeing people in the comments being like, well, they can't steal what's for you and what's for you is for you. Yes, that was for her. So technically, her friend wouldn't be stealing what was for her because that was meant for her. However, she was almost really close to keeping her from getting that all together had she not trusted her spirit and her intuition and did it anyway. Now, if you're familiar with me, you know when I say what's rule number one. Rule number one is to know yourself. You know yourself, other people can't tell you who you are. She told her that she should be ashamed of who she was. She was telling her that she's repeating whatever she was thinking. But she knew that she shouldn't be shamed into not expressing herself, into not telling her story, into not writing her story.
They're literally like an Agent Smith. They're trying to keep you trapped in this matrix and make you feel like nobody likes you, or like you're just not that significant, or nobody would ever really want to be your friend like that. So they have to keep you away from other people, and they will try. They will be very possessive of you sometimes because they don't want you venturing out. It's almost like a hostage situation. Like, remember Rapunzel in the movie, how like the witch kept her up in the tower? And that's because the witch was feeding off of Rapunzel's hair. She was feeding off of her light, her energy, and she was keeping it for herself because she never wanted Rapunzel to leave, because then Rapunzel would actually figure out, number one, that she was kidnapped, but also who she actually is. This is exactly how these people act. They don't want you to figure out who you actually are, and they feed off of your light while also simultaneously dimming it. As you dim yourself to be around this person, as they continue to discourage you and you lower your energy because they make you feel so bad about yourself, that energy has to go somewhere. So they feed off of you in this like parasitic relationship where they tell you you're not good enough, where they make you feel insignificant, where they downplay everything you do, and you go, you start to wilt, and then they suck up all of your light and all of your potential for themselves. It's actually quite scary.
Now, when somebody's trying to swap destinies with you, this could be somebody that's jealous of you. They want everything that you have. They might have even took the time to try to tap into your Akashic records to figure out, what's in store for you, what the Most High God has for you, and what kind of path you have. And they might want that. Even if it seems like they already have a pretty good life or have access to shit that's like more than what you got. These will be your jealous individuals that really literally want to be you. This is just an example. You might have some type of dream where somebody's trying to give you something or trying to make you exchange something with them. If you had a type of dream, don't exchange it with them. If you dream about shoes, it could be about somebody trying to offer you a pair of shoes or make you choose between some shoes, or you might see a pair of shoes and know that they're yours and be trying to retrieve them. Be very aware of your dreams and shit like that, because I don't know how it will be revealed to you.
Now, how can you tell if you're experiencing a destiny swap? Number one is suddenly there's a change in luck. Your life was going well, then suddenly things start to fall apart. And most likely someone flipped a switch. Number two, unexplained shift in goals or desires. You once had clear dreams and ambitions and goals, but now you feel lost, unmotivated, or like you're just living someone else's life. Number three is persistent negative energy energy around certain people. You notice that certain friends, coworkers, or even family members seem to drain you emotionally and mentally, leaving you feeling exhausted or off track. Number 4 is repeating negative patterns. You keep encountering the same problem over and over and over. No matter how much you try to fix things, it's like you're stuck in a loop that isn't even yours. Number 5, strange coincidences or bad timing events. If you constantly in the wrong place at the wrong time, it might not be random. Someone else may be living out your good luck. Now, let's get deeper into the spiritual aspect. Some spiritual traditions believe that when people are jealous, envious, or plain negative toward you, they can attract to your energy field, diverting your blessings toward themselves. It's not necessarily intentional, but their bad vibes can mess with your energetic alignment. On a spiritual level, destiny swapping can happen because of lack of boundaries. When you don't protect your energy, you're basically leaving the front door wide open for anyone to walk in and take what's yours.
I feel like you guys have a lot of people in your energy that try to copy a lot of things that you do, and they try to undermine you, but like secretly. So they might make fun of the things that you do and then go do them, or you do a certain look, they're doing the certain look next week, or you do a certain this, or you say you decide to pick up a skill, then they're doing it. You're doing poetry, then they're doing poetry. A lot of these people present themselves as friends, but they're not. So be careful of monitoring spirits. They might talk a big game, but I promise your ancestors and your team are much stronger. And the karma that these people will be facing is going to be not good. So, and again, I'm not here to put fear in anyone, but it is what it is. What you dish out is what you get back. You dish out fake, get ready to be exposed. You dish out fake, get ready to have, lose shit and lose people and lose friends, because eventually people wake up and they see past that fake shit. And I know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, not everyone's gonna like what I do, but it's a channel message. I was getting this and I've definitely experienced this and I know how it feels. So you're definitely not alone, and just know that you're more authentic than they are. Obviously, they have to wait till you post to post what you.
Finding out that someone been trying to destiny swap with you is crazy. Trying to take your life, like trying to look like you, trying to mimic you, trying to do everything, trying to just get everything that you have going on. But the funny thing is, the person that was trying to destiny swap with me got the destiny that I don't want. Because you were being malicious, because you were being evil, because you were being negative, because you were just being an ugly person, you now have the messed up destiny. And now I have the great destiny. Congratulations, boo. Your life is going to be messed up for the rest of your life. Thank you for the switcheroo.
I'm a firm believer that whoever came up with this saying, imitation is the highest form of flattery, did that to get away with stealing from everybody. Because it's nothing flattering about getting your ideas stolen from you. It's actually a form of destiny swapping, if you ask me. If you don't know what destiny swapping is, look it up. But my definition of it is basically there are people around you who will see your light, who will see your gifts, and they will be so intimidated by it. They will, sometimes it's unconsciously, right? But a lot of times they will consciously plant seeds in you or do things that trick you out of your position or that trick you out of going after your destiny. It's almost like them hoes that befriend you and then copy everything you do and then make you feel like the bad guy. It's like, yeah, you're trying to swap destinies with me. You're making me the villain while literally imitating everything I do. Like, it don't make sense. Now, it's one thing to be inspired, right? But those who are inspired by you genuinely will have no problem with telling you you inspired them. They will acknowledge you. People who copy everything you do but never acknowledge you and then try to dumb it down with imitation is the highest form of flattery, baby, those are people trying to siphon your energy. There is nothing flattering about copying me, bitch. Like, stay in your lane or pay me. It's simple.
They try to take everything that belongs to you and it failed. They try to take you down, it failed. Every single time, because they're destiny snatchers. They can't think by themselves. They can't find their own light, so they try to snatch yours. Part 2 And this is why you continue to go up. This is why you continue to be great. This is why they could not stop you. A lot of the times, like I stated in part 1, it'll be the people that's closest to you that smile in your face. And really, they want to take your place. Really, they're jealous of everything that you have and they wish they could be you. They're not around you to be friendly or to wish you well. A lot of the times, they're around you to take notes, to see how they can destroy you, to see how they can try to really tear you down to a level that you won't come back from. But this is where your protection comes in. This is where your kind heart and your generosity and you being who you are, because a lot of these people feel like you don't deserve it. Okay? A lot of these people feel like you don't deserve whatever it is you have, that light in your life, amongst many other things. A lot of times these people don't even know you. They know a version of you they thought they knew. And that's what they go off of. And in reality, they never even got the chance to get to know you because they spent so much time in competition with you, trying to look for your faults, making themselves not like you, or whatever the case may be. Remember, you keep doing you. You keep standing on the good side of things, because everything will always come back around tenfold, especially when you're not out here wishing people bad. But people are purposely praying behind the scenes on your downfall, hoping that things don't work out for you. 144, some of you guys are chosen ones. You dealt with levels of betrayal. You dealt with so much betrayal that you could write a whole book on it, a Lifetime movie, and people wouldn't even believe some of the stuff you've been through. People closer to you trying to destroy you because they can't fathom who you are as a person. Listen, you are always destined for greatness, and this is what pisses a lot of people off, is they can't knock you off of the pedestal in which you are held on in a higher spiritual level, meaning your mission is not for the ordinary. Okay, you're very extraordinary, and these people compare themselves to you because they're not finding the amazing qualities within themselves. Instead, they rather focus and make you the problem and try to take what you have. Of course, watch out for fake pages. If you want a personal reading with me, click the link in my bio. Their schemes and plans are never going to work. You're too protected. But yes, watch out for fake pages. DM me if you want a reading, or book the reading directly with the link in my bio, but I'll never DM you first.
Destiny swapping is real, y'all. I know a lot of y'all think that it's not, and you might say you can't destiny swap. It's real. It's very much real. So let me take y'all to scripture. In Ecclesiastes 10:7, it says, I have seen serpents on horses while princes walk on the ground like servants. Now what that tell you? There are people out here that want everything that you have. Maybe you're highly anointed. Maybe you have a calling on your life. Maybe you have so much favor over your life. Everybody likes you. There's no wrong in you. So they try to do everything that they can to take your destiny. It can be a co-worker. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. And if the Holy Spirit does let you know that there was destiny swapping done in your life, you need to go on the fast. Go on the fast and continue to pray. You know, read scriptures. And none of that stuff sticks. So even if someone was to swap destinies with you, it's not going to stick. Okay? The word of God says you have to be as wise as a serpent. I need y'all to be as wise as a serpent in this season, because there's a lot of evil things going on, especially towards God's chosen ones.
Friendship advice from a millennial with no friends: destiny swapping. Destiny swapping is a new term I heard about. Now, I used to always call this, that bitch is trying to be like me. But destiny swapping, I can only speak from a woman's perspective. But I feel like there's 2 to 3 types of friends, right? There's the friend that's the innovator. There's a friend that's a follower. And there's a friend that's neutral, okay? This is my theory, okay? The friend that's an innovator is always pushing the boundaries on what it is for their life to look like, okay? The friend that's neutral, they go throughout life up and down with the waves. They're not really too excited about anything. They're not really pushing any boundaries. They're okay with how life is, which is totally fine. I'm halfway a neutral friend and halfway the innovator. Then there's the friend that's the follower. The friend that's a follower has these aspirations, have these dreams, have these things that they want to do, but they don't necessarily know how to do it. And they are not a neutral. They're not like, oh, I don't really care, blah, blah, blah. No, they have ambition. They just don't know how to funnel it into what they want. So when it comes to destiny swapping, in my theory, that hoe just want to be like me. The person that is trying to get to where they want to be, they will use the friend that's the innovator to get to what they want.
Destiny swapping to me got to be like the most craziest type of ritual. And honestly, it's kind of in the same sense the most funniest get back. Because imagine you trying to destiny swap with me based off of one thing you've seen in my life that I have that you want. So you go do the ritual and it actually is successful. And then boom, your dad die. Cause honey, imagine trying to destiny swap with me and then boom, your baby daddy die. So now you gotta raise your child as a single mother. When I say y'all don't know what people go through as to why they get to the purpose in their life and they shine so bright, y'all would never be able to survive a day in that person's shoes, let alone mine. Because when it really comes down to it, it's taking people a lot of L's, trials, and tribulations to get to the point in their life where they're happy. So if you're going to try and destiny swap with me, be prepared. Your great-grandfather's going to die on your birthday after you're done singing happy birthday because you want my destinies that bad. Have fun.
Wrap my brain around how I'm sitting here trying to wrap my brain around how do people think they're going to like be successful in destiny swapping with other people? Like, you really think you could just trick the universe? You really think that you can trick the universe? Like, the universe don't know all the karma that you have accumulated. You think you just finna give that karma to somebody else and take all somebody else's blessings for all the good that they've done just because you pretend to be them, or you trigger this person to make them aggressive and make them seem like you, or you put this person in positions to do things that you would do in hopes that you think like it's gonna confuse God. Like, it got something to do with like the God in you. I think it's like when people don't know, they walk with God. They breathe with God. We eat with God. God don't leave me. It's not something that's separated from me. When people don't know that, they assume that they can hide from God. Like, God is only in this building, in this sacred place. God is only at this time. Or some of them just outright don't believe, but they don't know what it is about you that they don't like that irritates them so bad. And this whole time, you missing the God in you. It's wild. People really be, all I can say is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You know. Because they don't know what they do. They know not what they do. Forgive them. Because I can't wrap this around. I just can't get it. But we have to know that, like, you could be a certain age in the flesh, but everybody's not spiritually the same age. People are spiritually 3 years old, spiritually 5 years old, and some people are spiritually 500,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you be looking at somebody like, how are you not thinking like all the way through? And it's because they spirit ain't been here that long. They wanted them new ones. You know what I'm saying? Forgive them. They know not what they do. I'm sitting here.
I truly believe that everything that happens to us, we know on a subconscious level. That's why we have like intuition about things before they happen. You know, sometimes we want our kids to stay home that night and then something bad happens with the place that they were going to be at. So I'm a firm believer that we all have somewhat of an intuition when something is not right. The fact that me and Sloan Bella literally posted the same video at the same time yesterday, pretty much the same hour at least, about destiny swappers. So this needs to be talked about. People can actually, without any spell work, manipulate energy to destiny swap with you. And it's such a very real thing. This is why we all hate when people try and copy our style, copy what we're doing, our jobs. try and take our boyfriends. And I know I spoke about Haley and Selena, but also like Jay-Z and Biggie vibes as well. And like, I truly believe the reason that me and Sloan were talking about it at the same time is because our consciousness is now being raised right in time for the 8-8 portal, and all the gaslighting, toxic BS that we let slip by us, we're calling it out. Here's my advice for the 8-8 portal. Stop being friends with people or associating with family members that try and copy everything of yours. If they do not have an in at your life, they're not going to be able to destiny swap with you. That is my Lionsgate portal message for you guys. Please listen to it.
So, my Halloween babes, as we are wrapping up this destiny swapping, here's how to take steps to protect your energy and get back to your design path. Just know that what God has for you is for you. And anyone that tries to imitate you, baby, they're going to fail miserably. So, number one is to set clear boundaries. Know when to say no, and don't feel guilty about cutting off toxic relationships. Boundaries are essential for keeping your energy protected. Number two is spiritual cleansing routines, rituals. Use sage and other cleansing methods. Do your Googling, please. I'm not an expert on this. Okay, to clear any negative energy from your space. Do that regularly, okay? Number two is visualization techniques, practicing visualization to, protect yourself, having a protective shield around you to keep your energy intact. Okay, just imagine a glowing light surrounding you. Something simple, okay? Just Number four is reaffirm your goals and desires. Take time to reconnect with what you truly want. Meditate on your goals and visualize yourself living the life that you desire. And number five is cut it. Cut it. Cut all the cord. Cut that energetic cord. Sometimes we have to break away from this energetic ties with people who are draining us. There are techniques specifically for cord cutting that can help you with cutting off and separating yourself from these energies. So as we wrap this up, destiny swapping might sound like a dark fairy tale, but it's something to be aware of, especially if you're feeling like life is just derailing, okay? Good news is that you have the power to reclaim your path. Remember, no one can live your life like you can. Again, God gave you your destiny. Your story has been written for you. And anyone who tries to do that, like I said before, they're going to fail miserably. Protect your energy and stay true to your own destiny, Rych Babes. And even if you fall off track for whatever reason, guess what? If you just focus back on yourself, you will get back right on path. This is nothing more than distraction. So don't forget that our Halloween special continues again tomorrow. So make sure that you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you don't miss day number 3. Okay, we're moving right along. Okay, my Halloween babes. And remember to grab your 31% off all Rych Milan Co digital products, only available from now until October 31st. No code needed. Get your 31% off the entire order at checkout. Okay, so until next time, stay rich, Rych Babes.